Hey guys, it's Fluff. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a wear test on the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Foundation. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on this product, then keep on watching. Alright, so for starters, this is what the product looks like. I ordered this during the Sephora VIB 2020 sale. If you guys have not seen my haul video, make sure you guys check that out on my channel. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the cellophane wrap so that we can look at the packaging. So this is what the packaging looks like for the foundation. I also grabbed the concealer and the setting powder alongside with her blurring powder. This is what the blurring powder looks like. It came in like a little, I don't know what you call this, gold like vacuum seal type packaging with some confetti. So first off, I want to say the packaging is really cute and classy. When I have a makeup brand, I definitely will go for something like this. Very luxury. This definitely was an expensive foundation. The foundation itself was $68, and I'll be sure to add the prices of the other products on the screen as I go. But for $68, you know, I definitely want to be wowed by both the product and the packaging. Like, the presentation needs to be on point, and I definitely think she did her job with that. So this is what the packaging looks like. It flips open like this. Ooh. And this is what the foundation looks like. So it's a nice glass frosted bottle with a gold top. It kind of reminds me of something from like Givenchy or even Versace. So very cute. So now I'm going to be telling you guys what this foundation claims to do. I'm on the Sephora website, and here's what it says. This is a long-wearing, customizable foundation that builds from sheer to medium coverage in a wide range of universal hues that manifest the ultimate sublime skin standard. Coverage medium, finish natural. So far, I'm not that excited about it because for a $68 foundation, I'm looking for full coverage, personally speaking. And the fact that it says sheer to medium is kind of scary in itself because it might still stay on the sheer side, but we shall see. So I already have my skin moisturized using my Neutrogena moisturizer, and I'm going to be going in with my Tatcha Silk Canvas in the liquid formula and applying my primer. So as I always say, whenever I'm doing a wear test or a foundation review, I always give my thoughts with a primer because it's 2020. Like, who doesn't wear a primer? So why would I test a foundation without a primer? I would never wear my foundation without a primer. Okay, so now that I have my primer applied, I'm going to be going in with the foundation and applying it to my skin. I have mine in the shade 26, and this foundation also comes with a pump, which I'm very pleased with because a lot of foundations still don't. So the consistency is definitely very liquidy. Not sure how I'm going to like that. So 26 is definitely pretty dark. So fun fact, when trying to find my shade in this foundation, I had the hardest time. If you have this foundation, please let me know what's your matte color, your Fenty color, and then let me know what is your color in this foundation because I had the hardest time trying to find my shade. So this is shade 26. Jackie Aina also wears this shade, which I definitely feel like she's darker than me. However, when I looked at shade 24, which was the next shade that would have a yellow undertone, it looked like it would have been a tad too light. And I always feel like I would rather get my foundation a little bit darker than lighter because it's easier for me to kind of lighten it up with my highlight and contour versus it being too light. It's really no way to darken it up without it looking muddy. So I just went with shade 26. If after seeing this video you guys know what shade I should be, please let me know. Okay, so this is after I have the first layer applied, and definitely is quite too red for my skin. I'm not sure if the redness will start to like oxidize down. However, I'm not that worried about it. You guys know once you add in your highlight and your contour, you can definitely tone down the tone of the foundation. But definitely, yes, very, very red, more red than I would like to see in this shade. This is like really red. I don't know if anybody is really this color, but whatever. Also, definitely very sheer. Like, I would never wear this foundation like this. Very sheer. It's a no so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in another layer, and then I'll be right back. All right, so after applying this second layer, the coverage definitely looks medium. I'm personally not very happy with it. I just kind of feel like it's very, it shows a lot of texture in your skin. So my skin is not even really that textured, I promise it's not, but I feel like I can see every hair, bump, flaw in my skin right now. I also still see quite a bit of like blotchiness and hyperpigmentation. So I really hate to do this, but I want to try to make this work for me. So I'm actually going to go in for a third time and do another layer. Now, however, if you have to go in every day with 3 layers of foundation, no matter how thin or skin-like it may come out in the end, it's usually just too expensive. Even if it's something you can afford money-wise, it's just like you're using too much of your foundation within a certain period of time. So if I do end up liking this product, definitely won't be something that I'm wearing on a daily basis. Maybe for like special occasions or a night out, something more sporadic, because 3 layers of foundation is just kind of crazy. Okay, so after 3 layers of foundation, this is what my skin is looking like. Definitely a fuller coverage, not super full, but something I'm comfortable wearing. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with the concealer, and I'm on the Sephora website again, and it claims to be a creamy, lightweight, full coverage concealer with a natural, radiant matte finish that brightens under the eyes and hides the appearance of blemishes. Coverage full, finish natural. So that sounds like something I would definitely be interested in. I'm hoping this lives up to its claims. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out the box. And this is what it looks like. Very classy. Just a glass tube with a black top and Pat McGrath in gold written on the bottle. So I really like this. Pretty nice for a concealer. This retails for $32. So I have mine in the shade, let me check. Bro, lie to y'all. M18, which I'm thinking I love the color. I can usually immediately tell if I'm gonna like the tone of my concealer. So I like my concealers like yellow, like a bright yellow, but dark enough to where it still looks brown. I'm actually gonna put a little bit on my eyelids. I used a different concealer for my brows today, and it's a little bit too white, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyelids to kind of tone out some of that whiteness. Now, as always, I'm gonna be going in with my coconut water to spritz my face before I begin to blend. Now that you guys can see the concealer on my face, as you guys can see, it's already helping my foundation to look less red. But I will say, even as the foundation started to dry down, the color kind of did adjust to my skin tone and did appear less red. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending this out. So I definitely feels like this dries pretty quickly. It's kind of giving me that like tacky feel as I'm trying to blend. All right, so this is what my concealer looks like now that it's completely blended out. I definitely would agree and say that it's super full coverage. It kind of reminds me of Shape Tape, except that it's way more creamy and way less dry, which is a good thing because I'm not a fan of Shape Tape whatsoever. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So I'm gonna be going in with my Airspun translucent powder. This has been my favorite lately. Like, I've been using this so much lately, but I just feel like it's the perfect, it really is like one of the best powders. Seriously, like it really is. I definitely feel like it's slept on because it is a drugstore product, but this is a really, really good powder. It just, nothing sets my makeup all day like this powder. Nothing. Not the Laura Mercier, not the YSL, and it doesn't have flashback. I love the YSL powder, love it, but it has a lot of flashback. I also love Fenty's loose powders, and that's usually what I'll use. However, Fenty powders kind of dry on, kind of patchy sometimes. So this has just been my favorite lately because it is so easy to work with and it does the job. So I do also have the blurring powder that goes underneath your eye by Pat McGrath, but I want to put that on top of my powder because I already know you have to set your face with a loose powder first. Like, everybody knows that. So I'm not going to try to use a pressed powder to set anywhere on my face, but let alone underneath my eye. So I'm going to apply that on top once we're almost done. So now what I'm going to be doing is going in with the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. And this is a weightless, buildable, microfine setting powder, runway tested, mother approved. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Same matte black packaging, very classy. This is what it looks like itself. Very nice. Wow, okay. So I'm not sure if we're gonna use this. So this is in the shade Deep 4, medium Deep 4. And it looks kind of, it looks okay on camera, but it looks pretty chocolate in person. But let me try to swatch it on my arm. I don't know. It kind of looks a little red to me. Let me use a little bit over here. Definitely is a little bit red. Not too happy about that, but I definitely feel like 3 was like too light. That's not too bad. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. What do y'all think about the powder? Is it too red for me or no? Yeah, I definitely feel like this is too red. It's kind of making me look a little dirty. Ooh, Pat. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and see on the website, I'll post a picture here. 4 looks like much more cool tone than what it looks like in person. Like, this is what it looks like in person. It's super red in person. Online, it looks really, really cool. And 3 looks like a banana powder. Like, I would never use 3 for my face. I'm just not that light. But I don't know. It looks a little better once I try to blend it out, but especially right here, it just looks dirty, like blotchy. Like, I'm not feeling that. Ooh, Auntie Pat. I kind of felt like I shouldn't have set with this powder, but I wasn't sure, and now I'm kind of regretting it because I'm trying not to get that dirty look, but I think it's too late. I think it's just too off. So the powder is definitely going to be a no for me, I'm thinking so far. Just because the color is just not... I don't know. I just feel like the color could be a little bit better. Am I being too hard? Y'all let me know. But I kind of feel like the color on that powder was a little too off for me. It's just not right. It kind of... It reminds me of another powder that I've used before, but that other brand has much better colors and more than 5. So I'm gonna no, I'm gonna say no on the powder thus far. So last but not least, I'm gonna open up the under eye blurring powder, and let's see what it's doing. I love the confetti in her packaging. It's really cute. It's a nice touch. This is the blurring powder, and on the website it claims to be a brilliantly blendable, ultra weightless under eye setting powder that brightens and blurs for a luminous, soft, effect. Coverage light, finish natural, and I have mine in the shade medium. Let's pray that that is okay. Okay, so medium might work. It's like a soft, almost pink. It definitely shows up a little bit pink on camera. It's like a soft brown though, maybe with like some pinkish undertones. So let's see what this is gonna do for us. For under eye powder, I'm gonna be using the J3 Tapered Contour Brush from Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that on my brush. I can't really tell what's on my brush right now. Let's see. So I can kind of see what it does. I'm not sure if it does enough for me to say this is something I need to use in my foundation routine. But y'all let me know. Can y'all see something I can't? I kind of see it, but I'm not sure if once I apply my other products and my spray, if I'm gonna still be able to tell what this does. So hold tight on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So the time is now 11:56 a.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this foundation for a few hours throughout the day, and then I'll be back to let you guys know how the foundation held up. All right guys, so the time is now 9:46 p.m. and I'm back to show you guys what the foundation looks like. So overall, I can say that the foundation held up pretty well. I did, of course, have some oil come through in my T-zone, and because of that, I actually lost quite a bit of makeup on my nose and the surrounding areas as well, which I am not so happy about. I also feel like the foundation starts to settle into your fine lines and pores, because I do see a lot of texture along my cheek. In just different areas of my face, I can really see a lot of my imperfections, which I do not like. So the foundation is just gonna be okay for me. If I had to rate it, I would maybe rate it a 4 out of 10, just because for the price point, I definitely expected a lot more coverage. And I don't like the way that it settles into your skin. I definitely think for that experience, you can get a much more affordable foundation. For $68, the foundation for me just did not hit the mark. Now, as far as the concealer goes, I think the concealer did a great job. Definitely a full coverage matte stay all day concealer. I absolutely love the concealer. I do wish that it was a little bit more moisturizing, especially because it goes underneath the eyes. However, I think the concealer and its consistency is something that I can work with. Now, as far as the powders go, I absolutely do not like the powders whatsoever. I don't like the powders mainly because I love the formula. I like that it's super fine and dusty and airy. However, it's very dry. Like, her powders are very, very, very dry. Okay, I understand it's a powder, but it's almost very chalky. It definitely gives you a very chalky feel and texture. I dislike the powders for that reason, and also because I ordered shade 4, which on the website looks like a very cool tone powder, but in person looks like a very red powder. And I definitely think when it comes to makeup, you have to really be in control of your marketing and media, and making sure that your product is fairly depicted to your customers, because those just look like two totally separate shades, which I'm not very happy about. And as far as the blurring powder goes, I just think it's kind of a gimmicky item. I think it's something to add to the collection, something different, but something that doesn't really have use. I definitely see it being something that you use some days and then some days you forget. And that's simply because you just don't, to me, I didn't really see a great difference in what it did for my under eye area. So I definitely don't think it's something that I would repurchase again, or really even would have purchased at all. Definitely something you can do without. Overall, the only thing I can give a go for is the concealer. Everything else greatly missed the mark. I think when we look at luxury price items, we have a higher expectation. I have a higher expectation, and I'm sorry, Auntie Pat, but you just did not meet my expectations. So I thank you guys all for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. You're a part of the family now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go, and make sure you turn on your notifications. Hit that notification bell so you can get an alert every time I upload, period. Be part of the notification gang, period on period on period. All right guys, so thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.